Well, hello there, Internet. This is Agent Green. How are you? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I live in the state of Maine. For those of you who aren't familiar with U.S. geography, that's that little mitten-shaped state up here in the Northeast. I'm 26 years old. I'm a cook. I'm a substitute teacher, hoping to be a full-time teacher soon. Just gotta get the certificate. I've done several other odd jobs. I've been a personal trainer. I've been a groundskeeper, computer technician, what have you. And I also have a background in entertainment. I've been a stand-up comedian. I've been part of some improv comedy groups. I've been in theater, sketch comedy. I've done singing, acting, what have you. And one thing I've been doing a lot recently and enjoying the hell out of it is I am a ring announcer for a local professional wrestling promotion. But anyway, aside from all that, there's been one skill in my entire life that has always eluded me, and that is shuffling a deck of cards. Now, I don't know how much you know about the state of Maine outside of what you might have seen in a Red Lobster commercial or what you might have read in a Stephen King novel. But card games are very big in Maine, and let me tell you why. Especially if you're a member of like the older generations where money was scarce, a deck of cards could last forever and provide almost infinite replay value because there's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of card games. And, a lot of card games are very popular in Maine, including Pitch, Hearts, Rummy's pretty popular, cribbage, and so on and so forth. Cribbage is very big. But anyway, so basically in the state of Maine, if you could not shuffle a deck of cards when it was your turn to do so in a game, and you told somebody else, you might as well have said that as an adult, you could not tie your own shoelaces. It's kind of seen as that big of a life skill. And, I'd always try to fake like I knew how to shuffle, like I do this little thing, which kind of mixes up the cards and leads to mess, and I get clumsy fingers and I get all nervous. So that didn't really work out so well, or I try to clumsily cascade the cards onto each other and end up big slabs, kind of mix them up, but not really. Or, I could do this little Magic the Gathering style shuffle, a little pile shuffle that people do when they don't want to bend up their awesome trading cards. That works fantastically, but it is time consuming and kind of pointless if you're just using regular playing cards that don't cost that much. And nobody wants to wait around for that. Or, I just kind of scramble them all around a table, do a wash shuffle, try to mash them back together in one deck, and get all clumsy and spill them off the table. So, but I don't have to do that anymore because I learned how to shuffle. And there's two reasons why I decided to pursue this. One being is that I've been playing a lot of card games recently. I've especially been playing a lot of solitaire in the dark by candlelight. I realize that kind of sounds creepy, but there's a reason for it. You see, in Maine, we're known for having particularly brutal winters. And this winter has been no exception. And, we lose power quite often. And if you don't have some sort of electronic device to keep yourself entertained past the time until the power comes back, the next best thing is a deck of cards and a candle. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of solitaire. And solitaire is really dependent on having a good shuffle, or you risk running the same game twice, or you keep having bad hands or what have you because the cards are just not mixed up that well. So that's one reason I learned how to shuffle, is I've taken a renewed interest in card games. The other reason is that I have taken a renewed interest in Magic. Now, ever since I was little, I've tried my hand at Magic several times. I've had a couple Magic books. I had a Harry Houdini Magic kit. And, I remember back in the 90s, Milton Bradley had a series of Magic gimmicks called Magic Works. I had a couple of those. But, it's always been that I could only do the card magic that involve... I can't do card magic. I could only do the magic tricks that involve some sort of prepackaged, easy-to-use gimmick. Which, kind of limited it. Nobody really... There's not a whole lot of showmanship you can do to really dress up an easy-to-do trick like that. At least there isn't when you're 10 years old. But to me, card magic has always been where it's at. The most impressive tricks to me have been card magic, especially recently. One of the things that has rekindled my interest is I found a magician by the name of Shawn Farquhar. He's a two-time world champion of magic. You can check out his YouTube channel. I linked it in the description. Fantastic magician. He does a lot of awesome card-based tricks, especially this one that he did for Penn Teller on a TV show that they had in the United Kingdom called Fool Us, where the concept was that as a magician, you would perform a trick for Penn Teller, and if they could not deduce your method, if you fooled them, then you would get to open for them at one of their shows in Vegas. Shawn Farquhar, again, link in the description, was one of the magicians who fooled him, and he did an amazing trick. Shawn, if you're watching, hello, big fan. Anyway, so because of my envy of card magicians, I decided, well, I probably won't ever really learn any card magic, but if I do, it might be handy to know how to shuffle. So far, I can only do one card trick. Observe. Is this your card? Well, I hope so. I picked it out just for you. You don't like it? Okay, fine. I'll lose it. And that's the trick. I won't be able to find that card again unless by sheer luck. But anyway, so without further ado, let me show you what I've learned after 26 years of being unable to do this. Well, that wasn't great, but it's a pretty good shuffle. It's an okay shuffle. That bridge at the end wasn't exactly fantastic. So while I try to do another attempt, let me tell you how I learned. What was the moment when the penny dropped? Well, you see, I've had countless people throughout my lifetime trying to teach me how to shuffle, including, friends, family. I have lots of aunts and uncles, I'm sure, at one point or another, they've all tried to teach me. I know both sets of grandparents have, step-grandparents, my parents, my sister, cousins, friends, lovers, school teachers, what have you. And they've all failed for one reason or another. But I looked up this YouTube tutorial, and the link for that is in the description as well. And they just made it really simple. They showed me a few things that seem fairly obvious now that a lot of people missed, like where to keep my fingers when doing it. I got to keep my fingers on the back of the cards. I got to learn to feel the cards between my fingertips, and that was a good riffle, but I didn't quite meet the cards together for it. Oh, excuse me. Come on. Okay, that was okay. But the point is, I'm able to do a much better shuffle than what I've been able to do in my past 26, almost 27 years of life. And this is about after 2 weeks of practice, and I've probably worn out maybe 3 decks of cards learning this. Luckily, I get them for free. You see, my dad is a member of it. Come on, Andrew. Oh, I just said my real name. My dad is a member of a club that has been running a game of cards for about 30 years. They get together every Monday night and play a game of pitch. And they retire decks of cards fairly often. And, they're always good playable decks. They're not always ratty and bent up. So, they're good tricks to learn on. Or not good tricks, good decks to learn on. You see now, I'm trying my damnedest to get a good shuffle going. And that one wasn't so bad, but anyway, maybe I should stop telling stories and actually focus and show you one. Come on, Andrew. All right, one more, and then I'm going to give up. And just for hilarity's sake, let's see if I can find your card. Ha! Nope. A magician I am not. So anyway, yes, that is me learning how to shuffle. Once again, check out Shawn Farquhar. He's one of the magicians who inspired me to learn how to handle a deck of cards better than I do. Link is in the description, like I was pointing just then. Check out the tutorial that finally helped me learn how to shuffle, also in the description. And, if you like what I do, if you like the sound of my voice, You can go ahead and subscribe. You can like, comment, whatever. You know, I might not upload videos very often, but you know, I do have a couple projects I'm trying to get off the ground, and we'll see how those happen. I can't guarantee all my videos will be about cards. Again, we'll see though. But, you know, I'm very optimistic about what the future can hold, because this is something that's really foiled me for 26 years, and now I can do it fairly decently. So who knows what the future holds. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good one, YouTube.